This is the Royals POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Kansas City Royals. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome in to the Locked On Royals POSTCAST, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'm your host, Chance Liebau, and I'm here to bring you reaction to every single Royals game the rest of the way. You can follow me on Twitter at Chance Liebau, at ChanceLiebau. We appreciate all of you who are here live, and if you cannot make it live, do not worry. These episodes are uploaded on demand for you to listen to on demand wherever you get your podcasts on demand. That would be the Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. All of that is where you can find us after the fact. Before we get started, if you are here in the live chat, remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on our notifications so that you get an alert whenever we go live. I want to say thanks for joining the show. Feel free to join the live chat and let me know your thoughts on the game, and I will do my best to respond to comments and questions. We already got one, and this was before we went live, and this will lead us right into what you'll be talking about. Tony says, just putting it out there, thinking we send Kags down for a bit. He looks at a lot of good pitches and swings at everything low and away. Just don't want to break his confidence. Tony, thank you so much for the comment. Let's get into it. Here's what you'll be talking about.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Jack Kagleon, we talked about it last night. He had a really good game at the plate last night, 0 for 4, but still put a lot of good swings on the ball. The Mariners adjusted. Game 3 of a series, and they've already seen him for 8 ABs, and they adjusted accordingly. He saw some really, really good pitching tonight. You look at what the Mariners had against him. Logan Gilbert's one of the best arms in Major League Baseball on a consistent basis. He saw him twice. Gabe Spire saw him once and was just absolutely wicked. And then saw Matt Brash, who hadn't given up an earned run all season. Those are 3 really good pitchers. And Jack Kagleon did not look good at all in any of those ABs. I am not on the send Jack Kagleon down train. I understand the concern. I understand why you would feel that way. And I kind of have an internal battle with myself on what I believe, because I'm the same way. I don't want the kid to lose confidence. I don't want him to turn into what we saw from MJ Melendez at times last year, where he becomes a shell of himself, not only as a player, but as a person. And there were times last year and this year where I worried significantly about MJ Melendez's mental health. It's a thing. They're humans too. Jack Kagleon is very much struggling at the plate right now. I sense some frustration from him after most ABs. You can tell he's putting a lot of pressure on himself. It's a very different Jack Kagleon to what we saw from his Major League debut, when there was so much hype. You remember, I remember listening to the pregame show, and it's all Jack Kagleon. It's all of his interviews, and he's super excited to be there. Very excited. I'm going to do what I can to win baseball games. I'm going to do if a runner's on third, I'm going to try and get a ground ball to the right side or put a ball in the air. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to win baseball games. Now it's been about 3 weeks since that's happened. Actually, it's been a month pretty much since Jack Kagleon made his Major League debut. I sense that he is putting a ton of pressure on himself right now. I don't want to say he thought it was going to be easy when he got to the big leagues, but he definitely had a learning curve that he has had to overcome. And let's just be honest, this is probably the biggest slump since he made his professional debut last year that Jack Kagleon has had to endure as a hitter. And so for that reason, I have confidence that he'll be able to turn it around at some point, but you have to protect him a little bit better. You can't have Drew Waters batting behind him. I would love to go back and study the games this year where Jack Kagleon has had Drew bleeping Waters hitting behind him and the numbers that he has had, because ain't nobody fearing Drew Waters. Drew Waters is atrocious at the plate. That is the issue right now. He's got no protection. They are pitching. I don't want to say they're pitching around Jack Kagleon, but he hasn't gotten a good pitch to hit in a while. And the ones he has gotten, he's taken. He's being a little bit too passive at the plate. But right now, he's 1 for his last 37 at the dish. That's really bad. And I think that since the Texas series, where he had a really, really good series, put together some good ABs, obviously had his 2 home runs. But yeah, another really bad offensive performance. Trying to get to some of the comments here. Alex saying, I think Kagleon has already lost his confidence. I would like for him to turn it around. He looks completely lost. I mean, I agree he looks lost, but what are you going to do? What's he going to do in AAA that's going to help him in the big leagues? I mean, is he going to get his confidence back? What happens if he struggles when he goes back down to AAA? Then you're really talking about a kid tanking his confidence. They need to be better at protecting him. Stop playing him every day. And I mean that. Stop playing him every day. Get him a day off. Please, for the love of all things holy, get the kid a day off. It's getting unreal. He is not Salvador Perez. He is not Bobby Witt Jr. He is not Michael Garcia. Those guys, you can play all 162, and I don't give a rat's turd about it. Jack Kagleon needs a day off. I get it. He's a competitive kid, but get him a day to rest, not only at the physically, but mentally. Give the kid a break. He was getting diced up in that Dodgers series. He was getting crossed up like heck today against the Mariners. Get the kid a break. Stop throwing him out there and letting him die out there, because it is getting to the point where it is on cue as a manager to be a little bit better about protecting him as a hitter. Flip him and Salvi in the lineup for all I care. Move him up so you have a viable hitter behind him. But the bottom 3 in the Royals lineup is absolutely atrocious. It's horrible. Nobody's scared of Jack Kagleon at the plate right now, because they can throw around him and he's going to flail at everything. And you've got a bunch of guys behind him that you're going to get out. So get the kid a day off, either tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, he better not be in the lineup against Eduardo Rodriguez in the series opener against the Diamondbacks, because he will get annihilated. He's overmatched right now at the big league level, just like John Rave is, just like Drew Waters is, just like Kyle Isbell is. All of those guys are overmatched at the big league level. The one difference is that those guys don't play every single day. Jack Kagleon hasn't had a day off since the homestand. Since the San Diego series. Get the kid a day off. I get it. He is the prodigy. But even more so, get him a day off on the road so you don't have to worry about, ruining some kid's day that's a Royals fan that wants to see Jack Kagleon. Get him some rest. Let him drink some H2O on the bench for at least a day, especially this week when you're playing 7 games all on the West Coast. Get him a day off for all things holy. You can afford to not have his 140 batting average in the 6 hole. I promise you that. You can afford to not have him in the 6 hole on a day-to-day basis, because he's not hitting his weight right now. And so it is going to be okay. Nothing is going to change at the plate for this team without Jack Kagleon in the lineup. Get him a day off, please. That is what I am begging them to do. Kid needs a day off. They play 7 games this week after playing 6 in a row. They've got 13 straight days of games. Get him a day off. Let him ride the bench. Let him sit next to some of his buddies on the bench and at least get some positive vibes, because right now he is out there dying. Every AB, he's embarrassing himself. And you're just seeing his mental health, his trajectory just absolutely crater. And I don't want to put the blame on one guy, but it's Matt Quattro's fault for putting him in that situation on a day-to-day basis. It is getting absurd. I'm getting tired of it, because they do this. This is the Mike Matheny way. I don't care. He doesn't care if he's flailing out there. But, man, there's nothing you can do. But man, I didn't think I was going to get that long, but yeah, I definitely didn't see that being a 9-minute rant there, but, trying to look at some of the comments here. Somebody says, send Waters in a prospect for an outfielder. That would have to be a pretty good prospect, because Drew Waters isn't going to draw anything at this point right now. Freakazoid says thoughts on Jacob Wilson. Freakazoid, appreciate the question. Send that over to Jack on Twitter. Jack does his mailbag Friday. That's going to be either tomorrow or Friday. And those are the questions that he loves to answer. Mine are more so just a snapshot of the last game. But appreciate you guys hopping in the live chat. But when we come back, I've got some notes on the game. I will take you through those when we come back here on the Royals Postcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Get the supplies that you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 top brands, you'll find exactly what you need, delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with your order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. Ever wish managing your money felt easier? With Monarch Money, it can. Whether you're growing your savings or planning a big purchase, Monarch puts you in the driver's seat. It's like having your own personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is more than a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So in addition to managing your money, you're also building wealth. When I looked at how much I was spending on food delivery, it was so easy to budget more responsibly with Monarch Money. Having an all-in-one financial tracking app like Monarch Money has helped me stay on time with all of my bills. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year. I had some quick notes here just to kind of wrap things up here. We went a little long in the first segment. We've talked about the droughts that this Royals team has gone on at so many times this season. They kind of tease you a little bit in the first time through the order or first inning, which is great. They've really struggled to score in the first 5 innings this season, but they scored early and then they couldn't score anything after that. Seattle, after the first inning, retired 17 of 19 batters for the Royals, and they had just 1 hit among those 19 batters. That's not good. That's not good enough. That's not going to cut it if you want to be a competitive team. John Schreiber, I got a kick out of this. John Schreiber giving up a home run right after Rex Hudler praises Matt Quattro's decision to bring him in. I thought that was kind of ironic. Victory lapping for Matt Quatraro. I don't think it was the wrong decision. I don't think it was the right decision to bring him in instead of Noah Cameron. Third time through the order, I think that might have been, no, that was third time through the order for Cameron against the Mariners. Statistically, you're going to see a little bit different, and I would have, like Quatraro did, I liked seeing a righty against Julio Rodriguez instead of the lefty Noah Cameron. So I understand the decision. Bases loaded, third time through the order. You want righty-righty matchup. So I get that from Matt Quatraro. I just thought it was funny and ironic that that's what happened immediately after the praise from Rex Hudler. Bobby Witt Jr., reach base 4 times, 22-game hitting streak on the road. He's going to play at an MVP level the rest of the way. I think that this is obviously Jacob Wilson being the starting shortstop in the All-Star game. I don't really think that Bobby Witt Jr. cares about that at all. But I don't know. But I see Tony's got a comment here that a lot of people are agreeing with. On-base percentage for these guys in AAA, it's not like they can't tell a strike from a ball. This is coaching, plain and simple. I think it is plain and simple, and here's what I think it is. I think it's the fact that they are not facing AAA pitching anymore. Major League Baseball, pretty hard. Pitching is a little bit different. I understand that you're expecting them to kind of have I don't know, a similar approach to plate. But Major League Baseball is a different game than anything you're going to see in AAA. It's not even like a level difference. If you ask anybody that has played in the majors and they talk about it, going from AAA to the majors is like going from rookie ball to AA immediately. It's a huge difference. Those guys in AAA are not there for long, and the ones that are, they're not that good. AAA pitching is not Major League pitching, and I understand that it is easy to take a look at what you see in AAA, the numbers you see in AAA, and the numbers you see in the majors. Drew Waters has been an excellent AAA hitter his entire career. Drew Waters can't hit for squat at the big league level because he's not a good big league hitter. There's a difference between good AAA guys and good MLB guys. There is a reason there's what we call quadruple A players, because it is a massive difference at the plate. There is a massive difference between AAA pitching and Major League pitching. Ask anybody. There's a reason that there is a massive learning curve once you get to the big leagues compared to every other league. Name the last Royals player that you've seen that's hit well in AAA and then carried that over to the major leagues. And I will be patient and I'll wait, because Bobby Witt Jr., who's now one of the best players in Major League Baseball, was hitting in the low 200s during the first couple of months of his career. So it's a different ball game. It is an entirely different ball game from AAA to the majors. It is unbelievably different. And you can pull all the numbers up you want. The evidence is there, especially when it comes to these guys. And I understand it's not a popular opinion to say that Major League pitching is, twice as hard to hit than AAA, but that's just reality. And I understand the frustration with these guys, but there's a reason that John Rave can't hit big league pitching. It's because he's not a good big league hitter. He's a quadruple A hitter, just like a lot of guys we've seen come through the Royals system. That's just who they are. So I understand the frustration, but it's a different game. There's a reason that guys aren't going from the college level to the major league, from the college level to the NFL level and having success immediately. The NBA is the same way. Every professional league is the same way. It's different. It is so different at the big league level. But I get the argument. I understand the evidence. It's damning. I understand it. They've hit well in AAA. I get it. But it's a smaller ballpark. It's AAA pitching, and that's just the reality. And I can understand why you would think that, but that's just how it is. That's what it is. And there's so many guys that have had struggles at the big league levels that have hit really well in AAA. It's across the board. And so it's not like they're playing the Pacific Coast League where it's really easy to hit because you're on the West Coast in elevation, but it's not easy to hit big league pitching. There's so much more scouting. These guys are veterans. Guys that are in AAA are there for a year, maybe at max. Guys who are in the majors have been doing it for at least 3 or 4 years. So I get it. It's frustrating, but you have to at some point just kind of let water find its level. I get that they're struggling right now, but water has to find its level at some point. But I appreciate all the comments, and I appreciate you guys chiming in. We'll be back tomorrow. It'll be a much later edition. I'm sure we'll be out of here by midnight tomorrow. 9:10 first pitch, Royals and Mariners series finale. Royals going for the split tomorrow at T-Mobile Park. Appreciate you guys for chiming in. We will see you tomorrow here on another edition of the Royals Postcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network.